Hello, this is the Montu Centrist here with another video. Today's video is going to be a rant about why the left and the right side of politics just suck. Me being a centrist, I do usually lean more on the right because I agree with what they say. It makes more sense. They make better points. Usually, now I've agreed with a lot of left-leaning YouTubers as well. Just on YouTube, I watch Destiny. He seems pretty reasonable. Some do, some don't. Just much as the right side doesn't make some good points and some bad points as well. Uh, when I really got into it and started looking, it got really fucking annoying. Like both of these sides are just fucking terrible. One side's completely for like I guess more SJW kind of stuff, which is annoying as shit. Just no more annoying than just like oh my god that's bad, don't do that. Like some of them promote political violence, some of them promote stealing, some promote socialism. I don't agree with any of these, and that's fine. Um, Seems like the left can be just as radical as the right. It's not as much a knowledge because the right has, the white supremacy kind of thing. So I guess that's somehow fucking worse morally, I guess, than the left with Antifa and stuff like that. I see really no fucking big difference between them, but that's just me. Now I'll bring this up because recently Dave Rubin got banned from Twitter for no, he didn't even retweet it. There was a screenshot of Jordan Peterson calling. Hopefully, I don't get banned from YouTube. Ellen Page to Elliot Page. He didn't call him Elliot, so he then named. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of complicated. It's basically you call them by their birth name, their original name. Now, I've read online it's like that person doesn't exist or they're quote unquote like dead. They just um maybe that's more of a psychological thing. It sounds quite strange to me. I'm not trying to be transphobic. I'm not 100% understanding of it. I asked a friend who was trans if that was like a fair assessment. He said they said yes. I almost said he said. Apologize for that. I'm just more of a more respectful person. I don't try to come off as rude, and that's morally the I guess more say it's more rude than actual psychological damage. I heard it's very dangerous to call someone their original name because it brings up I guess the memories of that person in their head, in their mind. That person doesn't exist or they're dead. So I don't 100% understand it. That seems like a more of a mental issue. I don't mean to be rude or anything with saying that. That seems really weird. So I don't 100% understand. So I can't say judge or say 100% is a psychological thing. So um, but the right's kind of just blown up like how bad this was, and it's just fucking Twitter. Right does this a lot. The left does it too. Don't get me wrong. For the longest time, I thought the right was more, I guess, in the right than left, and like the Democrats were more of a problem than the Republicans. But that's not fucking true. They're both equally as fucking stupid, and bring up these radical, I guess, ideas and points. I do not watch the more radical right. I have. I guess I depend on what you call radical. I've worked. Um, I don't know, more right leaning people. Um, I wouldn't say they're extreme, but some people might call them that. But I personally don't think they're like up there with Nazis and racists. I don't see any evidence in that. Now I've disagreed with Ben Shapiro's and Brooks videos. I don't. They're now Ben Shapiro. Excuse me. He seems more reasonable at times. So, but some of his videos are completely out of fucking out there. Just this recently one I just watched about the Dave Rubin banning on Twitter. I think that's he's obviously going towards his audience. It's more of a revenue thing than the actual belief. It's hard to tell what they actually believe in and which they actually don't. This involves the left side and the right side, so it's really hard to gauge what they actually believe in or actually are saying because it's really because they're pandering to an audience. A lot of them do it, and it's so fucking frustrating trying to gauge whether or not this is something they actually believe in, or actually just saying because they know the audience will more or less agree with them. Because each of them of these YouTubers, call them bread tubers, uh, have their own set of audiences that lean right or left. So of course, it makes sense to pander to their audience in some kind of fashion. More so, some more so do it, way to the stream than it needs to be. So it's really hard to gauge where they actually stand now. The right will use the Bible and morals a lot. I've noticed that. Now the left will more so make it about social justice and that's why they call it social justice warrior. And they do it in a moral fashion too, just in a different way. Oh, it's about the race, or it's about their disadvantages, or it's about their person, like the some other, I guess, cause, like systemic racism, all these other factors, and they're both kind of shitty at their points at both sides. Like both of them are can be too extreme. Not everyone is going to believe in God or any kind of religion. So using that as like this moral high ground, which they use a lot, it's not just the right that does it. I think if one had more of a moral high ground, it'd be probably the right because they use religion a lot more so than any leftists I've seen, but the leftists use morals in a different fashion. But I think it's kind of worse on the right with the religion kind of thing. It's hard to tell if they actually believe in God. That's really something hard to tell too. Is it something they're just saying? So this is all a combination. If you're just trying to get like a gauge on where people stand and the points of certain things. Now, I understand a lot of points on both sides. I really do. Some of them are really good, some really fucking bad. And it's hard to distinguish who's, I guess, more quote unquote right about the situation. That's why I usually read left leaning stuff or watch left leaning YouTubers, and I watch and read. I kind of try to balance this out as much as possible. So I've watched more stream of right leaning, and I've watched more of the stream left leaning things. So it's just really strange. It's hard to get a gauge on any of these people. Are they pandering? Is it something they really believe in? Are they actually trying to gain a cause here? Um, it sucks being a centrist. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I've read about certain things that centrists are cowards because they can't, make a decision of who's right, but right or wrong, quote unquote, right and wrong. But I do make decisions. I do, commit to something. I'm not a fence sitter. I definitely commit to an opinion. Now, some of them are a lot harder than others. Some research is really fucking difficult to do, especially when it comes to, I guess, more right-leaning kind of news or news like this news stations deem as bad, quote unquote bad. It's really fucking hard. Like I've done some videos on here on this particular channel where I just couldn't find really much of an opinion one way or another, and it's really fucking hard to do research sometimes because Google doesn't fucking help, and the most, I guess, centrist uh, based stuff is on Wikipedia, and I can't really just look at Wikipedia and like come with a fucking opinion just based on that. It's like, yeah, it's more of a balanced of, I guess, opinions and writing and references. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't use that one thing as a source. I have to look at other sources, and it's fucking difficult sometimes. And this upcoming video I have about abolishing prisons, that was fun. I mainly got like it should be done. Like I'll get into that when I get to the video. But sometimes being a centrist really fucking blows because you see both sides like slinging shit sometimes to see at the wall, see what sticks and what doesn't. It's really frustrating sometimes to see if see it and like if they just came to somewhat of an agreement, things could be done so much fucking easier. It's just unreal. They just seem like it's kind of looking at a fucking different world entirely from the left and the right, and there's just no way you can fucking agree on shit. It's always a disagreement. Like there are some agreements, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's zero agreements, but it's very rare to see the left and the right agree on shit. It's just infuriating, especially when it comes to the higher, people in Washington. You just see it happening, and you're just like, what the fuck? These guys are incompetent and probably should have terms. Get some younger people in there. A lot of people are fucking old as fuck. They just need to fucking retire or something. Just I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's just more frustrating than anything to be a centrist. Try to gauge an opinion on things when usually it's the stream. No one's like this. I guess more unbiased. Point out both sides. Now Destiny does a pretty good job at that. I'm not gonna lie. I really like some of the things he says, and sometimes I don't like some of the things he says. Um, but he seems more reasonable than anything. There are some more. I think Ben Shapiro sometimes is pretty reasonable. I think he's fairly reasonable, not all the time, obviously. As I said previously. Well, my main rant is like it's just so fucking hard to gauge an opinion based on some looking at these both sides. You look at both sides, you're just like, what the fuck? I don't even know what to think anymore. It's confusing. It's just frustrating. It's just I don't know. It's kind of a shit show, more or less. That's pretty much my rant. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. I just haven't gotten to it. Not a whole lot of things are going on my anime channel, so I'm kind of free up to do some more political videos. So look forward to that. Other than that, rate, comment, and subscribe.